When Professor Charles Soludo assumed office as the governor of Anambra State, he envisioned a future where technology and innovation would drive economic growth, create jobs, and improve governance. Over the past 3 years, his administration has laid the foundation for a thriving digital economy, introducing policies and initiatives that have transformed various sectors. One of the key pillars of Soludo's digital agenda has been the development of ICT hubs and digital training programs aimed at equipping young people with relevant 21st century skills. Thousands of Anambra youths have benefited from government-supported training in software development, digital marketing, fintech, and e-commerce.
The overall aim of Governor Soludo is to turn Anambra State into one smart megacity. When you hear of a megacity, you are really essentially talking about a city that is driven by technology and run on the internet, connected completely, so that everything becomes possible through digital technology. We can now talk about e-commerce, e-government, e-agriculture, and so on and so forth. And we have started beautifully well, because we have, through the Solution Innovation District, SEED, trained the initial 30,000 graduates in ICT, IT, and general digital technology and skills.
The governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, has a big agenda for innovation and technology in the state. So, for the first time, a state government is actually building a district known for innovation. And that's why the governor established Solution Innovation District to champion this agenda. The idea is that Anambra State has a place known for everything innovation, everything technology, startup, a location that co-locates high-tech companies, startup companies, techies, and institutions and organizations that operate in that ecosystem. So currently, the government has designated the current government house of Anambra State, 13.7 hectares of land, which is where the government house is.
These initiatives have not only empowered individuals, but have also contributed to the growth of tech startups and small businesses across the state. To support these efforts, the state government has invested in broadband expansion and improvement of internet access in key economic areas.
The idea, like I told you, is to turn Anambra State into one smart megacity. And that is why we are laying at the moment the digital ducts to cover 2,000 miles in Anambra. So Anambra is getting wired with those ducts. What that means is that the last mile connection can now happen. People can now connect because the digital infrastructure has been laid.
The government is investing heavily in building an ecosystem known for innovation. That includes infrastructural development, that includes investing in fiber optics network. As you are aware, the government is laying in Anambra State now, over 2,000 kilometers of fiber duct is being laid across the state, connecting different local governments. And the idea is to enable last mile connection, so people can easily connect to their offices and to their homes and have access to high-speed internet, which is fundamental for innovation to thrive.
This has enabled the businesses to leverage digital platforms for transactions, marketing, and service delivery. The expansion of mobile banking, fintech solutions, and digital payment systems has made financial transactions more seamless, boosting economic activities and enhancing financial inclusion. Beyond business, the government has also advanced e-governance initiatives, making state services more accessible to residents. Processes such as tax payments, business registrations, and government documentation have been digitized, reducing bureaucracy and increasing efficiency.
This is a milestone It means that if you satisfy the basic requirements, you can get your COO within 1 week. It's remarkable. And you can also see our improvement in e-governance when you check our score on ease of doing business. The last peer review, Anambra State placed first in the entire southern Nigeria, beating states like Lagos and others to place first in the entire southern Nigeria and seventh overall, seventh in the whole country. So with the digital structures like Anamji's and the methods we have put in place for ease of doing business, which of course includes um, the methods we put in place include making our financial statements and status, accessible online. What that means is that everything about Anambra is done transparently. Whoever is interested can access what we are doing in Anambra online, and our budget and everything can be accessed online. Even though this is a statutory requirement, not many states are doing it, but we are. And for that reason, also, Governor Soludo, the government has won an award in a fiscal transparency. And it's very important that we really underscore this.
The governor has a mantra: everything technology, technology everywhere. So, and that is technology within the government and technology outside the government. So, within the government, you see the governor is making a lot of efforts in digitizing the government itself. So, starting from ANSEC, since I joined the executive council, I think it was after the first two meetings or so, the rest of our meetings till today, you don't we don't have printed minutes anymore. So the minutes are digitized. Everybody have access to their minutes on their laptops. Everybody have access to their minutes on a platform. So you things that shouldn't be printed are no longer printed. The governor, I'm aware, does warranting even online. Everything is so there's a lot of digitization going on. Even our budgeting process is digitized. Yeah, because I know during the budget process we all submitted our budget online on all of that. So a lot is going on there, and you are aware that the governor distributed over 2,000 computers and office equipment to the service, the different offices of the government. That is part of the effort to actually digitize the service, because without the work tools, people cannot effectively work online.
These reforms have encouraged ease of doing business and attracted investors looking for a modern tech-friendly business environment. Additionally, Soludo's administration has encouraged innovation-driven entrepreneurship, supporting startups and small businesses through grants, mentorship programs, and incubation hubs. These efforts have positioned Anambra as a growing hub for tech innovation in Nigeria, attracting young entrepreneurs eager to build the next big digital enterprise.
A good number of them who have benefited in 180 skills. 180 skills. We are also exposed to SID. For example, you see someone that is that learned fashion and has been empowered to do trading, to do fashion designing. Now, you will also be, and the person enrolled in SID, the person will now be made to understand that even your Facebook account, your Instagram account, your X account, all these things are platforms you can use as your shop, online shops, to market what you are doing. So that you now see that that physical presence where you have your shop is not only your shop.
Of young people that participated in Code Anambra, in other training programs we've had, from our survey, we see that quite a lot of them have either secured a job or secured internship placement or secured a paid gig. A paid gig is where someone pays you to deliver a task, maybe to design a website or to do a particular task, and you get paid, whether it's remotely or on site. So quite it's safe to say that over 40% of our trainees so far have either got a paid gig or have a permanent job right now, or got placement. In fact, interestingly, right now, the United Nations, the UNDP Fellows Program, has seen SID training as a pipeline for their UNDP Fellowship Program. In fact, just a few days ago, quite a number of them, in their hundreds, are now placed in different organizations in Anambra State. These are people that pass through our program, and UNDP is going to pay them for the next 1 year. So many of them have got jobs, then others are building startups.
However, despite the progress made, challenges remain. Limited internet penetration in rural areas, cybersecurity risk, and the need for more investment in tech infrastructure are hurdles that the government continues to address. Programs aimed at expanding internet coverage, strengthening digital security frameworks, and fostering private sector partnerships are being developed to sustain and accelerate the Anambra digital economy.